This is Rebecca, the Steampunk Planner, and I am finally all set up. I have research to do, and yes, I'm in my PJs. So, yeah, I'm doing research. I'm not doing anything big. I'm not, well, it is big, but I'm not doing anything where I need to get out of my jammies for. And be honest, if you're working from home or you're doing anything like research at home, if you don't have to get out of your jammies, you don't get out of your jammies. That's just it. So, what we're going to do today is we have made the decision that for the September 6th, let me make sure of the date, September 7th launch, which is not very far away, we are going to manufacture some of the products here at home. I have, being my OCD self, I have been doing tons of research before I go and do anything. Why? Because there's so many different products out there, but everybody always talks about their crickets. Well, I've also heard so many people complain about the crickets. And if I'm going to invest this much money into something like that, I'm going to do the research to get the exact thing that I want. So Steve and I put a list together way over here, and we have specifics that we want to make sure that what we're looking for and what we're purchasing falls in line. That being said, I started doing my research. First, I was on Google doing research, and then I went to YouTube. So what I was trying to figure out is if I wanted to get a Silhouette Cameo 5. So the Silhouette Cameo 5 is longer. It's the 24-inch version of the Cameo 4, the newest release, newest hardware, newest everything. And when I went searching for that, I happened to put into Google sticker cutting machines for manufacturing at home. And lo and behold, this world opened up because we only ever hear about Silhouette and Cricut. Cricut, Silhouette, Cricut, Silhouette, Cricut, Cricut, Cricut. So, yeah, I wanted to find what I was looking for. And that's when I came across Siser. I started delving into Siser. And then I started delving into the machines that Siser offers. And my interest was piqued. Yes, Siser Romeo, Siser Juliet are and have been manufactured for independent business owners that want to do something more along the lines of heat transfer, vinyl, shirts, windows, weatherproof stuff, things like that. But they also cut stickers and die cuts. And that's where I want to go. I still plan to have all of my vinyl because I love the vinyl that I am getting from Sticker Blitz, and I will be staying with them. But they only offer at this time vinyl. I have been putting a bug in their ear because it's not like they can't get the product for sticker sheets. So hopefully somebody's listening over there. But they will definitely be doing my vinyl work. But I need something here so that I can offer the white back paper and also the clear frosted, which is very similar to washi tape. I did look those up online. And let's go ahead over there and let's take a look. So I'm using Online Labels, and Online Labels is the company that a lot of people are recommending. They do also recommend Avery, But for more of a quality type of a thing and versatility of paper, online labels has been, and again, I've done the research, online labels has been the one that everybody goes to. So I am going in here, and with you, I want to do some last minute research. I would like to get a sip of coffee in here real quick. So I have my notebook here. And this one is the notebook, the previous notebook that I was using, which was an A5 by Tafasi, actually fell apart on me. I don't know if it's because it was old or what, but I did receive this one in the botanical. I believe it was the March quarterly from Archer and Olive. I have been doing some research of manufacturers. There are, which I don't get, are no manufacturers that just do paper and of different types and clear paper. Everybody in the US is doing only vinyl. So get it together, guys. With everything going on with the tariffs, seriously, you're not looking at the possibilities of bringing in more work? Confusion. You don't see my face? Confusion. So I do have some companies that I have written down in here. So over here, and I think I went too far. Yep, here we go. I have started doing anything for everything for the research of machines that I'm wanting to do. And I have written down that the Romeo is the 25.5 by 15 inch. That's the actual size of the machine. The Juliet is the 13.5 by 15 inch. I forgot a tick mark. So that tells me the area that I need to make sure that I have. I do know that though this states that the Romeo is 25.5, the actual cut area is 24. The silhouette size, the actual machine size is 24 inches. When I saw that, I stopped recording much on here. But I did record a few other things. After I did this, and this was honestly a couple of days of research, watching videos, narrowing down what items I wanted to do, I sent out an email to Swing Design because they have all of the machines and more products, and I'm able to talk with them, actually call and email, not chat, which tells me they are actually here in the US, and they are. That for me is the important thing because I really want to make sure I'm getting products and putting my money here into the US. Not that I wouldn't do anything overseas and that I don't ship overseas, I do. It's just right now with the situation going on, I want to support companies here so that we don't lose our companies here. That being said, back to this. So, online, I need to make some notes here for the online labels. Now, online labels has quite a few different sizes because, as we well know, there are different size papers. So, I have already talked to Justine at Swing Design. Like I said, I'll show you her email in a minute that goes into a little bit more deep detail with some links. I will make sure that those links are down below in case you're curious about it also, because she did give me a short layout about the Silhouette, a short layout about the Siser, and we talked on the phone, which was great because then she had more of an understanding of what actually I was looking for. Even though I did detail my email, it's easier when you're talking with someone and they can relate, which both of us were able to relate big time. So what I am looking for right now, stop going off computer, is I would like the white sheets for stickers. I'm going to give myself a couple lines, and then I want the clear. As I stated, I did look ahead, but I want to talk with you about what I'm working on here. One of the things that I like about the Siser Romeo is because it is made for cutting roll vinyl, I can actually do larger sheets on here, which means instead of having multiple cutting machines, I can actually look at cutting multiple stickers out of one sheet. I'm liking that idea. And it helps right now because I can only afford to get one machine and supplies. So it looks like right now the 12 by 18 is going to be their largest. So I'm clicking in, and what I would like to do is take a look at the materials that they have available. Now they have standard white matte. One of the things I also like about this is they do, and let me zoom in, see if we can get a clearer, there you go, so you can see what I'm looking at. They will specify whether this is going to be something that you can use a laser printer or an inkjet. Mine is an inkjet, so I'm not looking to get a printer right now. That works. But they have let's try that again. Weatherproof polyester laser, which is only good for laser printers. They have white gloss laser, so it's inkjet laser, removable white matte. I'm not looking for removable. Clear gloss for laser, brown craft, pastel green, pastel blue, pastel yellow, and pastel pink. So I am not really big on gloss, and that's laser, so that doesn't really work. Let's look at, that's a little disappointing. I was hoping that I would be able to get clear in this size, but I can call them and verify which ones that they recommend. So if I go here and this is just a standard white matte, so that'll be the white background. And if I go 10 sheets, 25 sheets, 100, my thought is if I go 100 sheet or 500 sheets on here, it's still reasonably priced. I'm then going to be able, if you look at it this way, my sheets, sticker sheets themselves. So I'm going to hit that there just so that we can move. So I'm looking at a 12 by 18. So if I do 4 into 18, we're looking at 4 sticker sheets. My sheets are 4 by 7. So that works within the parameters of the 12. And if I lay it out vertically, I will get 4 sticker sheets per sheet. So this, very good pricing. Now what we need to look at is what is their size that I'm going to be able to find in the clear. And I know they have a frosted clear. Now I can use recycled, 100% recycled white. That's cool. Here we go. Clear matte ink jet, which is what I have. And it is a clear matte inkjet, which it has a little bit of frosting, but it's still clear, which is fine with me. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's look at the sheet quantity. Now, this means that because this is the 8.5 by 11, I'm going to be able to only get barely 2 in this one. So that does make the pricing a little more difficult. That would give me 500 out of this, but I'm going to go ahead and mark it down anyway. I want to show you about Swing Design. I found them honestly doing my Google search of sticker cutters for in the home manufacturing. And Swing Design was a couple that were available that came up. I went to YouTube because they have a YouTube channel and started looking at their product there. So on Swing Design, you can see here everything. Oh, let me get you back in again here. There we go. You can see everything they offer. And let's shift this instead of the phone. So I want to look at cutters. And for the most part, all of these cutting machines came about as vinyl cutters. That's why when you get the vinyl cutters, they come with vinyl samples. So we're going to go in there. Look at all of the companies that you have and carry. All these companies that they carry. They have Silhouette, they have the Portrait, the Cameo, and everything like that, if that's where I want to go. But where I want to go is the Siser. What I love about this is the fact that I can just go ahead and click in, and they do have the videos for it that are on YouTube. So you don't honestly have to go searching. But then underneath it, they have all of the products and all of their bundles. And right now, they have a very nice sale going on. And this actually is the bundle that I'm looking at for the Romeo. So with this Romeo, it is 24-inch wide vinyl cutter. That means it can take a 24-inch wide sticker sheet. Perfect. Especially if I want to do a landscape type of a thing, or cut my own sticker sheets. In this, you get a bonus free roll feeder, and that sits on the back. And again, I've researched it, but it's a contraption that sits on the back that your roll sits in, so it easily unrolls while it's working. Adjustable blade housing, the 3 blades, the marker adapter. They do give you a black and a white vinyl sample sheet, the pressing cover sheet. You have the Leonardo that comes with every Siser, and then they still give you a $300 So Fancy designs, which you can get SVGs and JPEGs for commercial use. These cards are usable for card redemption in the So Fancy. You have your USB cords, your power cord manual, lifetime support from Swing Design, and your 1-year warranty with Siser. And then, of course, your quick setup guide. So there are different options that are there. Now, I want to go back. This accessory bundle. And in this accessory bundle, and for $80, that is quite reasonable, honestly. My email with Justine. Now, what I sent her is I've started a sticker business and was talking about having to manufacture. So I'm looking at doing stuff inside my home for manufacturing, and I've narrowed it down to the Silhouette MK, which is the Cameo 5, and the Siser Romeo or Juliet, but I have not figured out which. I've been watching YouTube channels, but they've really not been very clear. I did call her. I did link her my site so that she can get an idea of what I create. I let her know what I do, what I use, and what I'll be wanting to use this machine for. So that gives her an idea. So she listed the pros and cons here for me for the Silhouette. Now, this is, please understand, what she has found out when she has worked with it, customers have shared, and her colleagues. But your impression and your um, thought on each of these products are your own, just as these are theirs. Please do not take these as factual, hardened. It's not going to change from that. This is information I requested. So let's break down what she gave me. So the Silhouette Cameo 5, the MK-II, does have a USB as well as being able to connect by Bluetooth, which is perfect because my PC does not have Bluetooth, but my studio does. So, what else she is sharing with me is that the Silhouette Studio software is free to download. I can play with it all I want. She actually gave me the link, and I will put these links below so that you guys have those if you would like to check it out yourself. But she did state that with the Silhouette Studio, you can upgrade for a one-time purchase. And she actually puts it here. If the Silhouette code is lost or moving to a new computer, all digital codes purchased through Swing Design are kept on file and can be resent at any time. So they keep it. So the purchase then would, for the upgrade, would definitely be through Swing Design so that they can keep that on track for you. Base machine only comes with one auto blade, which means I would have to purchase. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do the same thing when it comes to the Romeo, but I do know Romeo comes with 3 blades automatically. That I didn't need to call about. It's everywhere. Everybody talks about it. So it can be used, the Silhouette can be used with or without cutting mat. The electrostatic mat attachment is optional. So the electrostatic mat attachment, what that does is it is an extension. Again, like I said, I've watched a lot of videos. Is the extension on your Silhouette machine so the mat has a surface, kind of like on your copier when your sheets come out and it has that tray. Same type of a thing to keep the mat level so that when it goes in and out, the cutter still reads the registration easily and cuts properly. So let's see. The dimensions of that is 8 inches by 12 inches. Settings for different materials available and fully customizable. Needs to be sent from Silhouette Studio. So they don't carry, let's see. Settings for many different, okay, the studio is what has the settings. I got her now. This is a link to the manual for the Cameo MK-II so I can look at it and see how easy it is to put it together and use it. She does state, because I mentioned noise factor. I have an open plan home. My shop is now taking over half of the dining room, which let me show you. I'm in the dining room and there is the shop right now. So that's where we have everything going at this moment. Back to the regularly scheduled program. So I need to make sure my office is still behind me in my beautiful dark little dungeon. It does not have much more room left, which is why we moved into here. Otherwise, I mean, I've been trying to minimalize my office so that it's nice and calm, clear, and I can work. But all of this would not have fit in there whatsoever. So sound is a priority because up the stairs, outside of the dining room, is where my husband's office is. And let me since we're talking about it, we are going to show you, let's turn this around. So there is the upstairs off of the dining room. And right in there, in that beautifully lit up room, is my husband's office. So anything that happens down here, even when I'm recording, like I'm recording right now, it will travel upstairs. And just like even with him working, he's working right now, his voice will travel downstairs. So I need to make sure that it is whatever I get is not loud. And one of the things that I asked Justine, that I need to know the truth about the sound these cutters make, because I can't just get up and walk out of a room or close the door. I need to know what sound it makes at this point. And so she let me know that the Silhouette machine noise is similar to an old dot printer. A lot of you have no idea what that is. I do. Some of you do know what that is, but that is quite a sound. I did bring that to my husband and asked him about it. And yeah, we are seriously considering that being a no. And then she also linked in here different video option that is on their site that talks about the products that she talked about here. The Siser Romeo. I could have gone to, like I said earlier, a Juliet, but a Juliet, I might as well be going back to a regular, like a Cameo 4 or a Cricut. That's the size that I'll be dealing with. And I've already stated I don't want to go small. I want to get what I can out of these machines. So the Romeo, and if I'm going to put this price in, pay this much for it, I need to make sure that yes, it's going to be doing it. I've said that already. Want to just say it one more time. So the Romeo, let's actually get here. It is USB and Wi-Fi available. So both my PC and my Mac are hardwired to my Wi-Fi, which tells me that I can connect to both the PC and my studio without issue. Perfect, because it's not Bluetooth. So it has the Leonardo Studio software. It is a free download. She gave me the link for it, but she did state it's very much like Adobe, where you have to pay a monthly subscription. So I still need to look up how much that is. The other thing that she did mention, because I told her that I do all of my products that I use, digital products that I use for doing my work, is Adobe. And I know some of you are like, why are you doing that? Others are like, yes, on Adobe. Others are like, yes, but I hate it. I started off with Adobe. Yes, I do have an iPad. I hate working with Procreate. It may be simple for a lot of people, but when you learn one software, the last thing you want to do is have to relearn and bounce back and forth. It's enough that I have a PC and a Mac. The learning curve is smaller there than it is between the Procreate and Adobe. Not going to go there. My OCD mind, it just pisses me off way too much. So yes, I have. I'm using, what is it called, Fresco instead on my iPad. So one of the things that she stated is Leonardo is very similar to how I use Photoshop and Illustrator in Adobe, which means the learning curve is going to be smaller. Perfect. Still going to have a learning curve, but it's not going to be that drastic. It has a built-in camera on the machine. I love that, because a lot of videos that I have watched have talked about the fact that the Silhouette, they've gone to their Silhouette because the Cameo doesn't line up well, Well, if you're using the camera like you should, it's going to line up. Both the Cameo, but too many names. Both the Romeo and the Juliet have this camera. So you have the registers, You do your test, it's perfect. Now, she did send me the manual, and I did jump down. It has, let's see, I can do fine cuts. I dislike how large borders are on some things. And I'm looking around me, and I did not bring it in with me. But I have, you see me using Sterling ink, and I'm not bashing Sterling ink at all. Please do not say that I am. Some of Sterling ink's labels, functional stickers like the dates, the border on them are so large that when I go to write, and I always get the clears, I always get the clear. Now, maybe if I was using the white border, it wouldn't make a difference, but I use the clear. And every time I go to write, I wind up writing on the sticker instead of on my paper. Drives me nuts. So I would like more of a narrow border than what most sticker settings require. So I really, really, really want a tight kiss cut. It also has an assist to print and cut. Perfect. It has adjustable rollers, blade holder, and high customizable settings that can be adjusted in the software or on the machine itself. Perfect. It comes with two different blades that are the 45-degree and one of the 60-degree blade. They're easily interchangeable with a blade holder. Base machine comes with 245, 160. Perfect. I don't have to get extra blades right off the bat. The blade can be used with or without the cutting mat. And the manual she gave me, as I stated earlier, the machine noise is much quieter than the Cameo. She actually sent me a video, and it is on their website, of the cutter machine cutting. No one's doing anything, and it's what you're hearing. It sounds more like the machine moving than any cutting. So I played that for my husband. He's like, I think we've made a decision. We are going to move forward. I do want to call Justine one more time to see about an accessory pack for what I'm doing specifically. Now, I want to show you a few things. I do recommend, if you want to know more about the Siser, and I believe she also does, she does crickets. She does both the Siser Romeo and the Juliet. I believe I did watch her comparison between the Silhouette and the Siser. Her videos that I found were very detailed. I want the information. I don't want to show. Matter of fact, let me know how you like your videos. Do you want information or do you want a show? Put something down below. Make a comment. Let me know also, what about your Silhouette that you prefer? What about your cricket that you prefer? Do you have a Siser? Which Siser? Which Silhouette? Which cricket? Did you try the Silhouette and went to a cricket? Did you try the cricket and went to a Siser? Or Siser to Silhouette, Silhouette to Siser, any of those? Let me know. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Now, I will throw in, let me back over to my history here. There was one other young lady that I found that I really appreciated her unboxing and use of the Silhouette. Now, I did watch the Vinyl Decal School, which compared the Siser and the Cricket versus a Silhouette. So if you want a trio review, that one is a good one. All right, I have found her. Crafting with Delonda. So let me go to her page. I do like Delonda. I love how she shows stuff, and she gave me the knowledge that with my Siser, I can really cut close on her video. So crafting with Delonda, And I'm going to go back to the video that I watched. And this one is how to make print and cut stickers in Leonardo Design Studio. Now, she did just do a basic on there, but it was enough for me to be able to see the studio and see what she got off of it. And let me see if I can just click to, she showed me how she lined things up, but I want to get here. That is the die cut. Do you see how tight she got that? Oh, that is what I want. So it's definitely going to be the Siser. And I am looking forward to doing this. I do want to throw out there that all of my time on YouTube was not just looking this up because, I had to do me some Adam Savage and the nerds that create the books. Let's see, Nerd Forge. That's who it is. Had to watch them create the book. And then, of course, I needed to get on here and watch Tony. She put up her video for the DC Pen Show. Thank you, Tony, for showing that because I didn't realize what I missed. I walked that place and oh my gosh, I still missed so much. I can't wait to go next year. So right now I am going to head over to the swing design. I'm going to give Justine a call so that I can make sure before I place my order that I am ordering exactly what I need to be ordering and get that going. I will let you know when I get it and how everything goes. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to bring more insights into the business with you. And I need to get on the edits of the other videos so that you can see my process and everything like that. Thank you. Have a great day.